up, everybody? It is that time again. It is video time. So thank you for coming back to my channel. If you like what I'm putting down, feel free to, of course, like, subscribe, and share this channel. I'd appreciate it. So let's get into it. It's been a lot going on. I feel like every single video I'm saying that. It just happens to be a time where there is a lot of things going on, and even though I would like to maybe talk about or bring up less serious topics, unfortunately that is just not the time that we're in, and I'm just not that person who's just going to focus on just the minimal things, the silly things like that. That's not really my agenda for the most part. Not that that doesn't have its place. I like to laugh and joke around as well, but I much rather talk about important and serious things. It's been a whole lot going on, specifically in the past several days, just in the world, with things concerning race and racism, and just the uproar that has happened or occurred because of it. And I'm not gonna speak on that. Not that I have a problem with speaking on those things. I would just much rather have a one-on-one conversation about that. I want to just say that in the midst of all that going on, in the midst of everything that's going on in the world across the board, and just in your own personal lives, you gotta pick a side. You gotta pick a side. You gotta pick a path. You have to make some decisions, and you gotta stick to it. Legit. This is not the time to be like, I'm not sure. Maybe let me get around to it. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. Nah, bruh. This is just not the time. You gotta stand for something, or you're gonna fall for anything. And unfortunately, from my most humble opinion and observation, I've been seeing a lot of that going on for some time. People just falling for anything because they're not rooted and grounded in themselves and their thoughts and how they view the world, and they're not trying to. It's much easier to just follow. It's much easier to just listen and comply with what's being told to you, and not actually having to do the work yourself and think things out and research things and be informed. That takes work. It takes effort. And for most people, I say all people, it's easier to just follow. But it's not the time for that. It's not. And I think the more time progresses and everything that's going on, whatever particular issue we're dealing with, people are going to see that it's not business as usual. I think we should know that by now. But it definitely isn't on any level, and it's not going to be. And unless you decide to plant yourself firmly somewhere, stand for something, it's going to be rough. So I would encourage anybody who would see this and listen to this to figure out where you at. Figure out where you're at, what you stand for, and to realize that, maybe what you're standing for, it might cost you some things. It might be a little bit of a rough path, but if it's the right thing, then that's what you got to do. And I think a lot of times the sooner we get with, hey, I got to go through XYZ to go where I need to go, or to support the things that I feel important that I support. It might be rough, but that's what I got to do. The sooner you get in tune with that and have that revelation, it actually could be easier. The more you resist it, the harder it is. So I just want to say that, get in tune, like I said before, with your star player, what you're doing, what you're about, and where you're at, and what you stand for. So until next time, I hope you all are blessed. I love you all. Take care of yourself. Take care of your fellow man. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.